What up, y'all? This is Hood Morning America 420. I am Dion Lack. We have Ilani Todd. We have Ebony Like That Tolliver and Just Phil. No last name. Everyone has a smoking device in their hand. 420 representing.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, and
Happy holidays.
On a count of four, we're gonna give one big puff.
Hold on. I'm not ready yet. I'm gonna put that up there. I'm not ready yet.
Hold on.
I had to roll two more because that's why I needed to know the rules. I needed to know.
Asked the right question. He asked the right question.
Give me 30 seconds, all right?
Phil be rolling missiles, yo. I be like, damn, Phil.
Yeah.
But I'm with it though. I'm with all of it.
Let me guys ask you guys this since he's rolling up or whatever. Where did the word cannabis come from? Is just a name?
So you want to know a fun fact I found out? Well, go ahead, Kaylani. You go first.
Oh no, go ahead. You go.
These niggas look. Okay, we going. We go.
All right. So I read somewhere that cannabis is actually referred to in the Bible, right?
Amen. Amen.
Canna boost. So it's two words. It's in the book of.
I'm looking it up. I'm sick of this.
Maybe Leviticus. It's something where they make an
oil.
Old
Testament. Old Testament.
Oil. And it's called Kama, Kamabouss, I think.
I mean, if you think about it, or hemp. I mean, it was a cash crop. So think about this. Slaves were literally picking weed sometimes. Like,
yeah,
you can make clothes, you can make paper. Like, you know, it's sturdy. It's sturdier than most regular paper. And other textiles and things.
I don't see anything in here about. I think somebody just somebody said that verbally. Was like, "Hey, yo, you mind if I can I bust?" What do you mean?
Nah,
can I bust one real quick?
Wait, what?
I don't see nothing in here about no Bible. I think they got that from like that was like Moses' middle name or something because he had the burning bush.
I'm about to read it right now. Hold on, let me find it.
I mean, weed has been around forever.
What does that have to do with answering? What
I was going to go to. That's probably where the discovery of it started to happen back in those times, and it just through time people found other uses.
I think it's technically isn't cannabinoids, right? It's a scientific term, but
cannabinoids, yes.
But it's probably the derivative is whatever Phil is talking about.
I think I've asked y'all too many tough questions while y'all high.
I don't.
Come on, man. Ask me
what is the origin of cannabis?
Yeah, he said, "Yo, man, let's talk about what the color of Smurfs are, man. Let's talk about something simple."
You know what, Dion? You was not because you ain't hot.
I am very angry. I am pissed. You're right.
Is that why you wore green? Just to feel like you in the green?
I'm a part of it, man. You know, I buy weed from women. That's your shirt say.
Absolutely, got to.
Oh, speaking of buying weed. My friend is in the waiting room, Sean. He has some shirts to give away for all of the viewers. Or if you viewed, make sure you tag 3 friends on our post on Instagram. And he has a bunch of cute shirts. You might win one. So let's bring Sean up.
Salute. Somebody want to give my man some intro music? Some beatboxing? Beatbox.
I'm going to send this to the group text, what I was talking about, the exact references of everything that I was talking about.
Give it to me. I want to know, especially that Bible joint. Sean, what's good?
Yo.
How
do you do this?
Hey.
Yeah.
So let's explain this shirt. This is your shirt you got, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey.
All right. Yeah. And what's the 4W?
4W. It's actually a play on words. It's like a 420 for us. So we say 20 as a dub, so it's like 4 dub. But we actually turned it into, try to put it for the world, for the world, for the weed.
Multiple meanings. I love it.
or the wildlife. We didn't play words on it, but the main thing is, you know, we got the roster colors. But
Hey.
420, it's just a little play on words, 4 dubs. So that's why we call it 4 dubs. We threw the W up in it. So yeah,
You know what?
I love it, Sean.
I know Sean
for the kids.
for
You
a
said
really long time, and he's been saying they've been saying 4 dubs for like at least 15 years. So it's so
Nice.
funny now that they have like they turn it into like a weed lifestyle brand. It's cute.
That's like that, yeah. That's like that as hell.
I ain't heard you say like that in 6 weeks.
I knew that's why I said it.
I ain't heard Ebony say that in a while.
Yeah, that's like that. Yeah.
Bro,
Right.
we be on here early in the morning, but now she's chilling, she high.
That's
Oh,
funny.
yeah. I did it on purpose. Yeah, I'm trying to make up for that. Let's get this joint rolling and rolling past it.
Hey, have you guys ever had a bad weed experience? Like somebody, I don't know, like laced or bad or no? You know what stopped me from ever smoking weed was Smokey from Friday. I was like, I'm never doing this.
Yeah, and the chicken coop.
The chicken coop. I was like, if this is what weed does
That
to you,
is such an anti.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
huh?
That is such a non-smoker thing to say.
Yes.
You thought
What
you were
else
gonna
was I
end up in a pigeon coop smoking weed,
I
bro?
was 6. A lot of things get stuck scarred to you when you was a kid.
Yes, you do.
Especially with Dion, bro. He thought what your brother tell you about shit,
Yeah.
you believed it. Like
Yeah.
your childhood,
Oh yeah.
he remembers and he holds on to it.
Hold
For
on
real.
to it, man. But I smoked weed to impress this girl, and it felt miserably. Like I was like, she was talking to me. It was this girl trying to smash, and she was smoking, and she's like, "You smoke, bro?" I'm like, "Yes, absolutely. Never did in my life." And I was like, you know, and I was holding it like it was a cigarette. I was like,
No,
That's a rookie mistake. You know?
not like a cigarette.
you had that like that look like. So.
Oh,
you know.
did you roll it yourself, Dion?
No, she did it.
Oh, because I was gonna
She
be
was
like,
smoking.
terrible.
She was smoking and talking to me, and I'm like, you know, trying to like fit in, like, so and I was like trying to be cool, talking about something.
Backfired.
I didn't even inhale it. I just had it in my mouth. I said,
Oh yeah, that's how you know too. You don't inhale the motherfucker right.
Yeah, exactly.
and she was like,
calling you out.
and she's like, did you just put it in your mouth? And I was like, I had to test it out, make sure it wasn't laced. But here we go for real though. Here we go for real.
God, that was probably terrible.
Here we go for real.
For real. I think you wasted my weed. For real.
Oh hell no.
I don't know.
So that was your intro, Dion was trying to
That was my
impress
intro,
this
and I did it one time, but my first encounter, I don't want to ruin this for y'all, but it was not great. My first time, it was on grad night, and I had no food in my body, and we were driving to amusement park, and everything was going so fast, my brain was slow. I was like, yo, stop the car. Stop the car. They were like, stop looking at. I was like, everything is moving too fast. I'm looking at them like, why are y'all slow?
Yeah, no more for
outside. And I was like, yo, it was like, get this nigga out the car, man. I was like, roll the window down. I was like,
my God.
Yeah.
Roll the window down. Let me get some air.
We was hotboxing too. We was hotboxing. So it was just like, and I was like, I don't like this. I was like, yo, how do I blow this high? Help me. They laughing. They're like, we got him. I was like,
We got him.
Yo.
We got him.
Sean.
It was not great.
Sean.
Sorry.
Yo.
Look at the segue.
Sean.
The segue.
You got my
Brilliant.
eye, bro.
Brilliant. Every time.
Sean.
Right up in here. Mike, bro.
I'm still mad at you for that shit.
I ain't
Sean helped me move to LA from San Diego one time, and my little brother comes with us. And him and some of my other friends got my little brother high.
As fuck.
Wow.
Sour diesel. I think it was that sour diesel.
So
And with
he's
that sour diesel.
driving down Sepulveda and he sees this girl like just walking by. And keep in mind, my brother's like 15. You know what I mean?
Uh-oh. Uh-huh.
He rolls down the window, sees this girl. He was like, "Hey, what's up, girl? You need a ride?" Like, just stoned. Like, oh my God. I couldn't believe it.
How old was he? He was old enough. I ain't gonna
15.
Old enough.
All right. So, Dion, you want to play your game?
My game. All right. So the 420 game. Obviously, you guys have already been smoking. We're gonna test your weed limits to see how high we can get you in this hour. We want you to hit it as hard as you can. If you either answer is like a truth and dare. If you don't want to answer this, you got to hit your blunt as hard as you can. All right, I'm talking like this.
I ain't playing by no rules for a
Looking
guy
like
who's not playing
crackheads
the
online,
rules.
boy.
Well, you better answer the question then.
Pull at your own level of pull.
Discretion.
Discretion.
So I take it that y'all rookies. This is how I'm trying to pressure y'all. Y'all rookies. Y'all not to hit that.
Here we go.
You're the rookie,
Big
Dion.
smoke dog.
Oh,
Let's go with the question then.
Let me go to this other group because y'all some rookies. I thought we was playing with professionals over here.
Oh no, nothing but pro.
Oh, okay. You got that.
What's up, Mike?
We call that the Arsenio Hall finger right there.
Oh yeah, dude, you know.
You got that ET finger. Okay.
Phone home.
All right. Okay. So I'm asking the questions, or we gonna go nuts?
Any question?
All right. All right. Kaylani, have you ever been with a white girl? No.
No.
About to say I'm listening.
No. So do I smoke? I said
Oh, you said that. You answered it. Yes.
Just answer the question. Yeah. She thought she had to smoke because she said no.
She said, "I'm still smoking, regardless."
I am.
So I got. Am I still answering all the questions?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Kaylani said no.
So here's my question. Whoever gets it wrong smokes.
Wrong. You mean whoever don't answer?
Research says 1 in 10 people who use marijuana may become addicted.
1 in 10, you said?
What is happening here?
1 in
Is
10.
that true or false?
Yeah, that's true or false.
It's cap.
Okay.
Is it cap?
Hold on,
That's
can you say it again?
That's cap.
Okay. That's cap.
1 in 10.
False.
Okay, I see Phil. He says cap. What do you say, Ebony?
I don't know what cap means.
Cap is false.
You're lying.
Cannabis. It's right.
That's what the youngsters are saying these days.
That's cat.
But what was the statement? Can you reread it?
Yes. Research
Sorry.
says that about 1 in 10 people who use marijuana become addicted.
Oh yeah, no.
That's false.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with false.
Okay. Actually, guys, that's true. That's cannabis. That's correct.
And I thought it was shit. 1 in 5.
Yeah. And then they say,
Show me your references. What's the source of this?
bruh,
Fact check. Now it's all good.
You need to fact check this.
yeah. Then they say if you use it before you're 18, pretty much you're toast. Like,
Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
Who's the rookie over here? Who's the rookie?
We just getting into
Getting
it.
started. We're just getting started.
All right, so I got one. I got
go
one.
ahead, Phil. Go ahead, Phil. Go
Can I
ahead.
ask my question?
Go ahead, Phil.
All right, we're gonna do mine. Never have I ever style.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Never have I ever faked sick from work.
I definitely have.
I
I definitely have.
Nigga, I might have to do that shit today.
Where you work at, Kaylani?
Actually, well, I haven't. Fuck, Dion. I'm like,
Plug your job so you can get some. Oh, or not.
Okay.
We're gonna need that discount. Where you work?
That's funny.
Yes, we're gonna need the free rounds.
I'll put that in the group chat.
Yeah. What if she was like, I'm Secretary of State? Something like
Oh.
I'm gonna need one of them weed licenses up off you.
Let me get one of them
I'm gonna
licenses.
need you to pull some strings and get your boy a license.
I would like. Yes, good idea, Phil.
He said
Get
I
that
need
license.
to DMV personally.
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
All right.
So,
Ebony.
I got my question for, because is it like Dion? I got to go at one person, like, hey, Kaylani, or I got to do the whole group?
I mean, you can do the whole group.
Random.
I think it works for the whole group.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
We have.
What? No, here it is. Okay, you have to. Everyone has to do this, or you have to just pull whatever Dion just stated. You have to, each person has to tell their worst weed experience story. Or if you don't want to share it, then you got to pull. You in the chicken coop, like worst experience story. Worst experience story. You got to share.
I got one. I'll tell my story.
Go for it, Phil. Go for it.
All right.
All right, so one time, me and the homies was hooping outside. Fucking 80 degrees outside, fucking sweat, fucking just we hoop for like 2-3 hours. Get back to the pad, not a water, nothing in sight, right? We smoke like 4-5 blunts, back to back.
Nigga, like,
Yeah, I'm talking about throat dry as a desert. I get up to go use the bathroom, right, and kind of throw some water on my face because now I'm getting like hazy, like yeah, my shit is all fucked. I'm like, bro, I'm dried out. Get up to go in the bathroom. Didn't even get to make it cutting on the light. Fell straight forward and hit my head on the shelf and the toilet on the way down.
No, Phil.
Did not know what the fuck was going on. Did not know that I had failed nothing. Just kind of woke up
chronic or what?
on the ground. Just woke up on the ground like, bruh, I don't know what the fuck.
Damn.
I get up, right? I know I hit the ground hella hard and I know I made a noise. I get up, fix myself, put myself together, shit a little tingly, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
Walk outside, nobody notices anything. Door was wide open. From the couch where we're sitting to the bathroom is a straight shot.
Damn.
It's 2 other homeboys sitting on the couch. I know somebody saw me walk in that bathroom and walk out.
No one cared.
In fact,
Nobody.
Oh, bro. Like,
Nobody.
It didn't say shit. It was just like
They just like, ooh.
Oh,
That's funny.
Wow, I like that one.
bro.
Wow.
yeah.
The worst is when something happens and no one sees it. Like one time I'm sitting like at least like 40 feet away from like a trash can, and I was like, I don't feel like getting up, and I threw this mug, and then when I was like, yo, that was like, I'm here by myself. And I was like, damn it, I can't. Now I have. This is like a tall tale to tell somebody.
Man, man.
Like, and it bounced off the backboard.
Switch back.
No one saw this.
Man, I was pissed. I can't let them hot, bro. Y'all ain't see me fall, bro. Ain't shit happen, bro. What you talking about?
Like that Beyonce.
They just like this.
Oh,
You wild, man. You wild.
You wow.
Stop playing. That ain't really happened, bro. Nigga.
All right, Sean. What's your story, bro? What's your story, Sean?
Damn, I ain't got too many bad weed stories. I ain't gonna lie. Shit, I gotta hit it or what?
Whatever you want to do.
He said, I hit that bitch.
All right, cool. Oh, he hit. Okay.
He told.
What if he was like, this one time I sold this weed to this one girl who was annoying. She hit me up like every other hour talking about, where the weed at, man? I'm like, yo, stop buying me weed. Her name is
First of all you sell weed, you're not going to be mad at that.
I mean, if she hits
hour on the hour,
yeah, you like, yo, and she could have bought it in bulk, and she buys like a I don't know,
like a blunt at a time.
Hey, we need another one. We need another one. Like, yo,
Dion, that's how we know you don't smoke, because nobody buys weed like that. It's impossible. And now it's so easy. You just go to the dispensary. Like, Phil, how long was you at the dispensary yesterday, bro?
An hour, bro.
So I say, if back in the early 90s when people sold weed from little bags, so I don't know, if you were a drug dealer, I mean a weed dealer, I should say, and somebody was like, yo, let me get a quarter, and you be like, I don't know these measurements, so let me. What is it?
You know what, Dion?
Let me live. Kayla, let me tell my story. Let me live. And they be like, let me get a quarter. And then you give it to them. And then like an hour later, like, I need another one. You be like, yo, why don't you just buy it in the first place?
Dion, you know what that is, Dion? They're probably selling drugs too.
They're probably what?
Selling drugs too, Dion. That's what that means.
What is
happening? Like, they copped it. And then they gonna go sell it for a higher price. Like, bow. Hey, good luck. I'm gonna need another one. They done cop that off real quick.
Right, but at what point would you be like, yo, why don't you just buy it in bulk?
That's right now.
When that's your boy, but if it ain't your boy, no.
You fine with that? If are you fine with somebody buying some weed off of you
now
every other hour? You be like, yo, you are interrupting my day.
Oh yeah.
People were making so much money that they opened storefronts, and then even the government and states voted about it and created dispensaries. Like,
she's not staying with my story. She's not staying with my story.
You know, Kaylani gonna give you the facts. Come on.
Straight to the truth. She like, nigga, I would get paid.
I don't understand what's happening. I'm trying to find a comedy in here, and Kaylani's giving me facts. She's reading off Wikipedia facts.
She is giving us Kwanzaa.
I'm trying to make comedy out of here. I'm trying to get clips, and she's talking about, damn all that, guys. You gotta understand that. The Woot Road.
Wow.
What you have to understand is, if you utilize your talent, you can understand that we can come in one human being. See, if you got, in order to grow, we got them like, Kayla, I'm trying to get sound bites here for the podcast. And she talking about but if you actually add 2 points.
So funny. That's so funny.
Nobody in the world is gonna buy weed a blunt at a time. Like, hey, let me get a blunt.
I literally said, what if? And she said, no, it can never happen. You know what can never happen? A white man getting his knee on a black man and he ain't go to jail immediately. That could never happen. But guess what happened? It happened.
On 422. That is more possible. That is more possible.
That's more possible than somebody buying a blunt every other hour?
Ooh.
Statistically, I want to say yes. Unfortunately, I want to say yes, bro. Like, I think that there
is more likely that a white cop is putting
You
his
see how
hand.
fast it happened in the same neighborhood? I don't think that like a year ago, it's on trial. Like Dante, right?
I'm not even high, and she's blowing my high.
Y'all not gonna live through this conversation.
I'm not even high, and she is blowing my high.
Dion.
I'm up here trying to do some hypotheticals, and she's like, "That won't happen because he's out of shape." I'm like, "Yo,
So
what are you talking about?"
So Kaylani, tell your story. Let's get her on. Let's get her to tell her story.
What story?
Your worst.
Your worst experience.
Shit loaded.
Kaylani's last day on this show.
What? What did you say?
Hey, Sean, what are you doing every Tuesday at 9:00, man? We need to balance this out.
I'm not fucking with you. She'll be right here.
Kalani's like,
Go ahead.
so can we talk about the San Diego tacos again, guys?
Bruh. Yes, Dion, thank you. Thank you for bringing that up.
She's like, what? So I think it's a sad, unfortunate incident that DMX died, guys. Tacos.
I didn't talk about DMX.
I think
everybody brought up DMX.
I think Sean Bradley is the best basketball player in the world.
Hey, that's fucked up, Brad. Sean Bradley just in the ass.
I want to know why Barry Sanders don't have any basketball shoes. Kehlani's all over the place.
Oh my gosh.
You're just the only one not high.
All right, so go ahead, Kay. What's your bad
My
week?
cheekbones hurt. Ooh, that was funny.
Now, nigga, I forgot I'm high.
Yeah, of course.
That's
You're
right.
high all the time.
Oh Lord.
Hey, we gotta be. We gotta be.
That's fine. I gotta figure out how to function as well. So I'm gonna tell y'all my story, okay?
Okay.
So I was headed to Miami for my bachelorette party. And we're leaving from LA to Miami. It's overnight, but we like, hey, we're gonna party. We're gonna party going there. So here's the reason why I don't do edibles and gummies, because I was on some field stuff where I couldn't even stand up. And I'm trying to get through the plane. I'm trying to get to the airport and I can't stand up. So I'm like, you get on the plane and you know how you got to walk past first class to get to your seats? Mm-hmm. I am falling on the people in first class.
Leaning.
They're like, I paid too much money for this person to be leaning on me. I could not stand up. So I'm just like hitting every person, duck, duck, goose, and everybody as I get to
duck, duck, goose.
Hitting everybody's head trying to get to my seat, y'all. Could not stand up. So yeah, I was like, nope, no more, no edibles, not on the plane either. They should have sent me home. They should have said, get off.
Yeah, you was a terrorist attack. Phil, will my weed story be considered a weed story?
Absolutely.
But that's not weed though.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
I tell it.
What?
Can I tell
What do you mean it wasn't weed?
Can I tell it from my side?
Well, I mean, I haven't had a bad weed story like this. I had it from. Is cookies called edibles?
Yes, it's a bad weed experience.
Well, I thought it was like the liquid of weed.
No, you ate an edible, bro. You ate a edible.
I don't know how edibles work.
It's weed. Like
it's what I had on the plane.
So Sean, Sean, one of my clients gave us some donated some cookies to me, and they told me it was edibles, and I did not know, the amount and stuff. So I showed my cousin. I was like, "Yo," I was like, "Are these any good?" And he was like, "Oh, this is light." Well, how much was in it?
It was 100 milligrams.
So
100. That's a little something.
Yeah.
Is that strong?
You
Phil, you an asshole, Phil.
somebody
If you don't,
boy, that's gonna hit. My mother-in-law be choking off her.
You an asshole, Phil. So
Bruh, 100 milligrams?
yeah, that ain't nothing for a smoker like me, but damn.
so he like, this is light. So I had one and I didn't feel anything for like an hour and a half. So I was like, oh, you're right, Phil. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. So as soon as I ate that second cookie,
1 hour and 31 minutes.
as soon as I ate that, I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa. I was like, that's the effect from the first cookie. So I was
yeah.
I was like, I know it's about to get bad now. So I immediately called, like, yo, I'm feeling it, man. He said, hey, man, just relax, man. I was like, no. I just had a second cookie. He's like, why, man?
Now.
Why?
Right.
Why, man?
So I'm like, what do people do to avoid getting high? So I was like, let me keep staying active. Let me not try to relax. So I was like, I need more air. I was like, I'm hot. And I was like, I don't know if you get high by yourself. Cause you can't even like, hey, we're having a good time. This is a good experience. I was getting scared. I was in a room. I was like, can I? Cause I'm like, I'm hearing noises. I'm like, is that me or is it the building? And I'm like, I gotta call somebody. I have to have this experience with somebody else. So I'm calling Phil. He laughing, like, man, quit being silly, man. You joking around. I was like,
no, but edibles are crazy. Like edibles will make you feel like that.
Yeah, you
All
won't
right,
know.
so can I tell that little first half from my side?
Go for it.
All right, so he showed me the bag of the edibles, right? They was 100 milligram cookies. We all took one. It was me, you, and Twills, right?
Yeah.
All took one. I leave, I go home. I'm like, all right, cool. I get home, I still don't feel the effect of the cookie at all. Like, still to this day, that first cookie, I didn't feel shit. I mean, because I smoked weed and I was smoking before and after that. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I was just high. He calls me, he's like, you right, these ain't nothing. I'm good. That was the first call. Like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, just relax, you good. He's like, all right, man, I'm gonna hit you back. I'm like, all right. He calls me back the second time. Mind you, I'm thinking he's good. He calls me back the second time, like, yo, I'm feeling the effects from the first cookie. I'm like, hold up, first cookie?
You took another one?
He was like, yeah, I just ate another one. I'm like, why? He was like, you said, like, I wasn't feeling the first one, so I gotta have another one. What?
He's toast.
Gone, right? So he's starting to like kind of panic a little from that second call. I'm like, all right, cuz just relax. Let it take effect. You gotta sit back and just enjoy the ride. There's nothing you can do to become unhigh once you there. You have to ride it out.
Exactly.
Like, all right, man, I'm gonna hit you up if anything changed. Like, all right, cool. Meanwhile, we texting in between time. He like, I don't think I'm okay. I'm like,
he's panicking.
I'm like, bro. I'm like,
no, yeah, I'm sure. That's why
I'm thinking he's crazy. I'm like, I just talked to you, and you was good when we got off the phone. When I told you relax, like, all right, man, cool.
Dion, was you crying? Was you crying, Dion?
That text message said I'm panicking. So I'm like, all right. I let like 30, 45 minutes go by. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna let him relax. I gotta let him ride it out. Because if I just try and coach him through it, he gonna be more hot. He gonna be more aware of his hot. Just let him ride it. Call this nigga back. He like, bruh, I don't know what's going on. Well, I'm like, bruh, are you all right?
Yeah. No.
I'm laughing because I'm like,
I'm not.
Are you joking? He like, man, no, man, crazy. I'm about to throw up. I'm like,
that's real.
Water, bro, just chill.
Just, that's all you can do.
Real.
Lay your minutes go by.
Yep.
I don't hear anything. At this point, I'm worried because the third call was panic.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm worried because I don't hear nothing for like another 30, 45 minutes. So if a nigga panic, he's still panicking an hour later. It's even worse. I called this nigga back. He does not answer the phone. Somebody else answered the phone. At this point, I knew all hope was lost. I was like, all right, man. I hope you'll be taken care of.
He didn't even answer. He didn't even answer the phone. He couldn't even answer the phone.
No, but like when you're high on edibles, you like they're super potent. People call the ambulance, all kind of stuff. People
yeah, because they don't be knowing what's going on with them. They don't.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I don't know what the fuck this is.
Because you start to feel like your heartbeat and you be like breathing your lungs. And you be like, man, what is this? This nigga was
the microdose though. You know, like, there is like
you might want to start stuff, but an hour and a half is a long time of waiting though. Like, damn, I would have kicked 2 more. Like, damn, hour and a half.
Hour and 31 minutes.
Right. In my head, I was like, my cousin said it's like, so I'm a bigger guy. I have a bigger mass of body. So I'm sure I can probably toss down some more. I'm like, these are cookies, as far as I know. It probably just has the smell of cookies.
You know what's crazy? After that experience, he gave me all the products that they left him, right?
There you go. You gonna have all fun with that.
A bag of cookies, a bag
traumatized.
A fire ass like horchata.
Yeah, horchata.
That shit was light.
Ooh. Yeah.
I was like, here you go.
I took that shit in like a day and a half. I ran through that shit. Like,
never again.
Man, yo, that was the story. I'm glad we had 2 parts of it. Thanks, Phil, for telling your version and Dion's version. That was good. Thanks, Ayo Sean. We got to figure out how to raffle off for these. Well, so you want to show us what you have, or it's just the shirts that y'all wearing? Y'all both wearing them shirts?
Yeah, we
have a few more. So pretty much, people have to go to our Instagram page, tag 3 of their friends for an entry. We're gonna put them in a raffle, and we'll probably raffle off a few shirts and hit up those people in their inbox.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Cool. So make sure
Sean, let us see the shirt again, Sean. Show it. Oh yeah, people gonna want that.
The hat too. We got hats. We got the shirts. We got all types of
any type of color.
Y'all enter that raffle and get y'all merch.
Oh yeah,
merch.
4W. Yeah. 4W under attire.com. Hit us up.
Appreciate it, Sean. Thank you for joining us, man.
Oh, appreciate you guys, man.
I thought you fell over. I thought you was like, all right, y'all.
right, exactly.
So hold on, let me ask you this, Sean.
Yeah.
Let you go. What upcoming things you got going on, and what's going on with your business? Like, you got anything coming up?
Man, a lot of people don't know that we actually do this for the trying to do this for the kids and the community. You know, trying to start, little gyms, parks, barbershops, anything. So we got a little donation coming up, pretty soon. We're gonna set something up. Just a couple donations, and just trying to do our thing and be part of the community.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
John,
love to hear that.
John, I got a tough question for you. This is how I roll, man. I got these tongue twisting questions I want to ask you, and Phil, you can join in too. Because since y'all all high, I want to jack y'all heads up. All right.
Let's hear
Think about this scenario. If your pregnant wife was stealing inside your mom's purse, your mom gets upset and then hits her and kills the baby, who would you be upset with?
Oh, damn. Oh man,
I'm pissed that. Well,
why? Why are we doing
jack your head up?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Mama smacked,
but she was stealing though.
My wife and killed the baby. Oh man!
But your wife was stealing.
Yeah. What are you
She
doing with my mama's purse?
What are you doing with
my mama's first. He's like,
She
she
had the
killed her
baby had to
baby.
die.
He's
The
like,
baby
I
had to die.
know.
Okay. So
And that's ridiculous. I
I'll be pissed
that's a
at both.
brain fuck right there.
I'll be pissed at both.
You pissed at both?
I'll be pissed at both. Yeah.
Because immediately.
Everybody. Fuck.
Everybody's out of control at this point, obviously.
Like, everybody just go. I gotta think.
Everybody's out of control at this point. What? Nah. Yeah, I'm pissed at everybody. Yeah.
That was the shit.
Yeah, I like the. I just made it up on the spot. I just wanted to jack your
yeah,
head.
you did. Yeah, you did.
That's a good one. That's a brain fuck.
That's yeah, man.
He's like,
Take that with you. Think about it, Sean. Put some
He
thought into it.
gonna go off live like this.
Like, nigga, what the fuck?
What was that?
What was that?
Yeah. Good time. Shit.
Hello.
All right, Sean. Thank you,
Sorry,
bro.
dog.
All right. Thank you guys.
all right,
Love
bye.
Appreciate you, man.
All right.
Thank you for being on.
Got a lot of dark comedy for y'all. A lot of
No
dark
bull.
scenarios.
So now we're about to switch the shift of the podcast because we have.
Where's the smoke, man?
Oh, okay. Well, that's a good segue into mission.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm just trying to get this thing rolling because y'all
Smoke,
trying to have us
smoke.
on here
Bill
for today.
said,
I heard what he said. I appreciate it because but we
Let me
have
ask-
to.
Let me guys ask you this.
We whip the dread
What's up?
back and show my guy.
Hey.
Hey, my boy.
What if it was a fun fact? Like, a lot of people don't know this, man, but Bob Marley never smoked weed. That was all publicity.
That was all
Like,
great.
what? He's a mascot for smoking weed. Like, no, he
No.
was actually he was paid to do that. He just wanted to have the impression of
Oh,
Amazing.
that would jack you up. You were like,
Amazing.
you said amazing marketing.
Yes.
amazing marketing.
You're like, well, I got like 19 shirts of him, man. Every time it's weed.
Man,
Every,
posters,
Every time.
like Colonel Sanders was a vegan. You know that, right?
ashtrays, nigga. Amazing. Nigga.
You jacking people up.
Colonel Sanders was a vegan.
What?
Yeah.
Like he
Yeah.
hated chicken.
He never ate a chicken in his life.
Never tasted chicken.
Never. Never
Yeah.
tasted the bird.
Just great marketing.
but if you were vegan, if you were
He
not
was like, this would be good on chicken.
good vegan food.
Say what?
If you're not vegan, I bet you can make good vegan food.
Yeah. I've had
Yes.
some vegan food. Had some
Yeah.
vegan food.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Probably, deep fry some cauliflower or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I don't like how vegans remix regular food and then
Right.
try to name it that. Like, I think you should just call it a whole different name. Cause it's like saying I break up with Ebony and then I find a girl that looks dead on her, but just call her like Ebony too.
Guys do
like-
that all the time.
Which is like,
Guys
yo.
can really
They do.
that all the time.
So what?
they have a
Guys
type.
do that all the time.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Y'all
Niggas
too specific.
go from different versions of the same chick.
Y'all are too specific. I'm talking
They
about
are
vegans.
Dion.
I'm
They
talking about
Yeah.
vegans,
Yeah.
man. How people like, this is cauliflower chicken.
We ain't letting you live because it's the
y'all
weed.
not letting them.
Guys actually do that. Just know that 3 out of 5 guys understand that. All right,
They go for the same type of bitch every time.
that was the parody of what I was
Oh gosh. All right, y'all. Y'all ready to introduce our next cannabis guest for the day for the 420 episode?
Let's go.
Cool. We have Jasmine Fuller. She is a Kana coach and she has her master's of science in medical cannabis. And she is going to be joining us. Jasmine.
Hey,
Right.
What's up, Jasmine?
Hey,
Yeah.
hello,
Hey,
Jasmine.
how you doing?
Good. How are y'all?
good.
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 So
Welcome,
Jasmine,
welcome.
this is welcome. This is Hood Morning America podcast with myself, Ebony, who you know, Dion Lack, Kaylani Todd, and Phil. And you have pretty much, some cannabis, aficionados here. They are participating right now for 420. Look at Phil,
I know.
And we're just
catch up.
catch up. We're excited to have you here to kind of, share some of your insights and get to know what you're up to in the business and, whatever you have to share. So Kaylani, Dion, Phil, anyone has any questions, I will start it off. But Jasmine, just introduce us. Let everyone know who you are and kind of what you do in the cannabis space.
All right. So my name is Jasmine. My business name is Camille the Canna Coach. Camille is my middle name, so that's where that came from. So I am currently a candidate for Masters of Science in Medical Cannabis Science and Therapeutics from University of Maryland, Baltimore.
Wonderful.
Yes, so I'm part of the first class, inaugural class. We graduate next month, so I'm so ready to be done with that. But it's been great. Thank you. I've definitely learned a lot on the scientific side, the pharmaceutical side of cannabis, more than I ever thought I would ever even want to know. So that's been fun.
Can you share some things that you've learned? Just a couple things that I didn't know this, but now I know this.
So one thing was I had to take a class like on the negative effects of cannabis. So everybody always, thinks there are no negative effects, which in the grand scheme of things, they aren't as negative as, like pharmaceutical drugs. But you can become addicted to cannabis. There are some drawbacks from it.
Is there different? Is it when people say cannabis? That's weed, or is that a type of weed?
No, it's the same. So I say cannabis because that's like the
politically correct way
term. Yeah, and I don't like to say marijuana because that has the racial stigma to it. So
what is the government name?
Right.
The government still calls it marijuana.
Marijuana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Outdated term in my opinion, but
the woke way is cannabis.
yes. The flower instead of weed and the concentrates instead of dabs or whatever you want to call it. But yeah. So that was one of the classes. Go ahead.
Do you think that it's important for people to address it like that, as things are becoming more, I don't know, it's becoming more a part of pop culture?
Yeah, so I do in a sense. I kind of make it a point to use that on purpose. Weed to me just sounds real informal. I don't know. And then, like I said, marijuana just has that racial from the Mexican stigma back in the day. That's where they got that term from. So I do think it's important. I wish the government would switch to using the word cannabis versus marijuana. But I mean, we can still call it weed too. That's not horrible.
Not horrible. True.
Let me ask all five of y'all something. I know weed is legal and there's dispensaries. How would you guys ask back in the day, I would say 10 years ago, y'all smoked. If you went to a different city that you don't know, how would you ask somebody where's weed at? How do you ask somebody who's you in Albuquerque, you so how y'all segue to ask without looking like a cop? What's your smooth way to ask it?
I've done this in several cities.
You said what?
I said I'm gonna let everybody else go first because I've done this in several cities.
I have, but I've taken a different approach each time. So sometimes it's just me kind of running up on, or not running up on them, but wrong turn. I mean, accidentally running into someone who's smoking and kind of
with a ski mask on.
Yeah, no. But it is kind of weird. How do you approach them without acting like the feds?
Yeah.
It depends on the city, I feel like, because even like out the country, y'all have to go up to people, but you have to like kind of find people. But I feel like people always find me. Like, I don't know if I just look like I'm looking for it
That's funny.
or.
That's funny.
But definitely in different countries,
They
people are
walk
always
up
just
to
like
you
walking
like,
down the street,
I
right?
feel like you want some of this. I feel like
They have a jacket open up like you want the.
you look right.
Literally.
I think I would just, that's a good question. I've never done that. So I'm interested to hear about Phil's experience. I've never went to a random place in a random city or a random person and just,
Wow.
I've never done that.
Where you at?
Yeah, I've never done that.
I feel like it's kind of easy.
Go for it. How you do it?
Well,
let me be the person in Albuquerque. I'm just walking around. How would you approach me?
I mean, I'm not just gonna come up to you like, hey, where do we like that? I don't know. I'm pretty friendly. So like, if you don't seem like the kind of person that smokes, I'm probably not gonna bring it up. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I feel like I'm not saying like.
Would you approach Jasmine? Because she seems like, if you saw her in New Mexico, would you like, she looks like she smokes weed?
Yeah, like
Really?
Yeah.
But then the opposition of
the
opposition of like, excuse me? You think I smoke weed?
You don't. You just don't. It's not. I just don't.
Like, no. Wow, that is racist. Just because I have a marijuana leaf on my shirt that says got 5 on it, don't mean I smoke weed.
Most people do smoke weed though.
Literally.
I know.
She got the stats. She got the numbers.
I was gonna say, even in nightlife, just going out, if you go out and you see
not living the day, kid.
Outside in the bar or whatever.
Not living the day with
you'll find someone. You'll find someone. All right, Phil, tell us the professional way to do it.
It's not a professional approach. It's just from my personal experience. Basically, so in this city and a couple others, I run into people. But what I usually do is, you go to your local gas station. First off, you kind of find out where, and as racist as it is, you find one of the inner city neighborhoods to kind of go get some gas, where you might get robbed. It's a little risky. You know what I'm saying? You might you gotta take a chance. You out there trying to find weed, you in the streets. So post up at the gas station and just ask random people. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know where you got some smoke? You know where the weed at? Like, you just ask people, like, and you have to be cool with whatever reaction they give you.
Put your hands behind your back, sir. Put your hands behind your back.
But you have to kind of use a sense of how people move and operate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because you kind of. So I've done it in like KC. So I knew some homeboys from KC, and so I was cool. You know what I'm saying? We just went to one of their hoods, just posted up, and kind of ended up running into some people, and that's usually kind of how it happens. Out here in LA, it was more of, we was already kind of a legal thing, but I still had to go through somebody at first because I didn't have my medical card. You know what I'm saying? When I first moved out here, you still had to have your medical card to go in the dispensary.
I remember.
It wasn't recreational yet. And so what I would do out here is typically the same thing. Just go to the gas station, post up. You see somebody that look like they smoke, or see somebody buy a pack of rollers, like, hey, where to get smoke, bro? Or you know what I'm saying? You just kind of use your street.
That's what I was gonna say. Is it? Do you see the person buying the Swisher and you like, oh, okay, they know?
Yeah.
Like, no, I smoke cigars. What are you doing? Put your hands behind your back again.
I'll be like,
again, put your hands behind your back.
Like, that's what you do. My bad.
That's the same person buying a blunt.
He hit me up yesterday for the same thing. Hands behind your back.
Right.
I am a cop still.
See?
Right. So that was a good, you
gotta watch how
having to have.
You know what I'm saying? Cops move a certain way. Like, even off-duty cops still carry a sense of, I'm a cop. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of know who they are.
And I'm sure
you don't have a lot of friends around.
I'm sure we have a joint is legal, right? Any year, right? Any time. a joint, like if you had like
What
a
you
joint
mean?
right here, like remember before weed was legal in cities and states, like you can have is the amount of weed is a problem, right?
How much you
So
actually have
it's
on
5
you.
grams.
Yeah, so if you had like a joint on your ear, that's kind of like a calling card of like,
I wouldn't.
you don't
People
think
walk
so?
around with guns in their ears all the time now, but back in the day, I mean, yeah, you wouldn't want to like have a joint in your ear. I've gotten pulled over, like hot boxing. And do you know what a hot box is, Phil? Or Dion?
Yes,
Bro,
if you was paying attention to my story earlier, I said we were
These two
hotboxing when I got hot.
today.
okay, so look, I get pulled over and the cops come and we just roll our, you know what I'm saying? But all they found was a joint in the car. Because that's all we had left. But I'm just saying they didn't arrest us over a joint.
Mm.
Like,
This was in Cali?
they let us go. They let us go. They didn't even give us a ticket over a joint.
Not
What'd you
in
say, Jasmine?
St. Louis.
This was in Cali? Oh, St. Louis.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, not in the
I have
city
a
of St. Louis.
story.
They find anything.
Yeah.
Slam.
How would you
Like,
feel? How would you feel if this is a scenario, Kehlani? I know it can't happen. All right, this is a scenario.
Okay.
If you was a mule and somebody was like, you had like 100 pounds of weed in your trunk, and you had to go across the border, and someone was like, you get this across the border, giving you 10 million. I don't know how much that would cost. And then you get pulled over by a cop. The cop was like, I can take you to jail for a year, or I can take all this weed and you guys suffer the consequence to your partner you're supposed to give some money to. Which one would you do? Would you go to jail? would you go to jail, or would you
Die?
You wanna go to jail? You wanna go home?
Right.
So wait.
You want to get murked?
It's like they were like,
So either
I'll let you go home, but I'm taking all this weed. Or it's like, I'll let you go to your destination, but you gotta go to jail for a year.
You can't go to destination empty-handed, bro.
I'll go to jail for a year. I'll go to jail for depending on what the situation is and who. Yeah.
Who the money?
You work for Pablo and them. You don't show up. What's gonna happen to you?
I need to know. I need to be able to weigh all my options to figure this.
There
And
ain't no
whoever
options.
sees
It's
this,
jail or die.
whoever
Shooting.
this, help me out.
Because if you working for a cartel.
You the mule, bro. They don't care about
Well,
you.
whoever. Okay.
Definitely working
Because this is what they're gonna do. This is how they set you up. They were like, we're gonna follow you to where you gotta go. We're gonna bust the people you're doing this for. We're gonna give them 15 years. You're gonna get a year for being an accomplice. So
I'm doing the fucking dash. What? I'm doing.
I don't know, man.
At the border.
Y'all gonna have to meet me there and bust everybody, nigga. No.
That's probably gonna find you, bro.
You're gonna have to meet me there, right? Get me with all of them together.
Yeah.
The funny thing is Phil listens to the scenario like, okay. You sitting there for like 10 minutes, listen to the cops like, okay, you bring your keys back out. Sorry, put your keys down. Put your keys down. Hey, I'm out, man. Y'all gotta figure this out on your own.
No.
They're gonna find me and they're gonna get me down.
The car was
So
never
Jasmine,
off.
you was about to tell us a story, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, I just said I had a getting caught hotboxing story.
Let's go.
In DC though.
Oh, in DC. Yeah. Oh, let's talk about DC. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh my gosh. So first of all, we were in like Northeast, like Benning Road part of Northeast.
Okay.
So anyways, I used to live over there. So me and my friend were just like, we needed to go to CVS or something. So we walk out the house with the blunt, like, all right, we just gonna, it's around the corner. We just gonna finish it in the car. Around the corner, get pulled over. Mind you, I'm like on the phone with my dad. I'm like, I gotta go. I'll call you back. So she's like, we're trying to figure out what to do with this. Like, it's about a roach at this point. So we're trying to figure out what to do with it. I don't know what I was thinking, but I throw it in the not the glove compartment, but the side dash.
Oh, whatever. Like the console or like the
yeah. So I throw it in there. They pull us over. They like, get out. We gotta search the car. I'm like, oh my gosh. Mind you, we got on booty shorts, like tank tops. It's summertime. We just literally running to CVS, coming right back. They got us on the curb searching his car. I'm like,
Oh my God.
so through this whole thing, I'm like, how are they not finding this thing? Like, it's right here. Like, I know they found it at this point. Long story short, they ended up like
Smoking it.
no, but they talked to us like they was our parents. Like it was a black man, and they were just like, we just don't want you out here in these streets. Like, you need to be careful. Da, da, da. They let us go, but like they were like, do you want to go to jail looking like that? I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh boy.
It's over.
Like,
This
that's some good policing.
I think they were just trying to really like scare us, but I'm like, come on now, y'all
That's
are doing
amazing policing.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's the type of
it did
police
end
we
up
need.
fine. It did, but I'm like, y'all really acted like y'all didn't find this little roach. Y'all was really searching everywhere, and I know I found it. Y'all probably, like you said, took it. They smoked it.
They smoked it on
Going about their day.
Have you ever got caught smoking? Phil, by the cops?
No.
Wow.
Oh, he's too smooth for that.
Yeah, nah. So, oh, go ahead, Kalan.
Oh no, what about you?
Oh, nah. I don't be out there like that.
So weed is legal, right?
Yeah, I can go outside and smoke right now.
Is there any
Here in this
amount?
state, yes.
Is there any amount that is like, okay, this is a problem? Like if you had like 40 pounds, is it like, okay, sir, you going to jail?
Yes.
Like, I'm saying, what is the amount? What is the
what is the amount? What's the number that gets you in trouble?
Isn't it over like 2 ounces? It's different for states.
That's not your
state, but
Isn't
it in your house?
Yeah, it has to be. It depends. I think if it's like if you got a grow license, you can have up to like 10 pounds, maybe.
All y'all smoke, y'all ain't know the rules.
It can't be bagged
Because I ain't never gonna be in that
it's
situation.
different in Maryland. It is way different on the East Coast.
It can't be bagged up. I think that's what the issue is.
Never going to be a problem for me, Dion.
Can't be ready to distribute. That's what you can get the major charge for.
Y'all ain't know the rules.
Y'all ain't know the rules.
Cop pull y'all over, like, do you know the rules? He be like, I don't know, I'm high. He's like, you're going to jail. No. He's like,
every time.
Personally, in a car, I think it's maybe 2 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does the cop have a scale?
10 pounds.
How would they know? He have a scale like, let's see how much you got here. All right, we gonna see this.
Because you can, I think you can.
Ooh, you are close.
Plants in your house. So.
Yeah, it's a plant number and because even like in DC and them, like you can have a certain amount of plants in the house, and like so it varies. But at the end of the day, none of us know. So.
But the thing is, how would the cop know exactly how much it is?
They know what it look like.
They know how much an ounce it is.
Yeah.
They know, they can eyeball stuff.
They know how it's bagged up or how it's in a container or whatever. Yeah, they can tell.
Oh, you know what I should have had? I should have had my homie that's the feds be a guest on this joint.
No, you shouldn't.
Why? Ebony, I'm with you. Why would that be a problem? Yeah, are you doing it
hilarious? Just have a conversation.
It's just the thought of it.
No, scary. You're scary.
I'm gonna miss that show.
I'm gonna miss that.
I'll miss that show.
So
Sorry to tell you.
But yeah, she ain't talking to me today. So
that's funny.
She know what it is. She know what it is.
Would you guys respect a person who is a professional at something, but their lifestyle is opposite? Give you an example. Would you respect a fat doctor?
Yes.
Like if he's like super fat, he's talking about nutrition. Like what you gotta do to understand is watch your calories, watch your blah blah blah, like that. Would you be like, brother, you ain't even practicing your own beliefs?
He might have a condition,
yeah,
and his weight is not about his lifestyle.
I think it's all about not being judgmental these days. You know what I'm saying? Not
these days.
These days.
So, but why is that fine? What if I was like
what if he was diabetic?
What if
Yeah.
okay?
What if you-
I will switch the scenario. What if I was a vegan? What if I was a vegan, but in my life I eat meat? I was a vegan like expert talking about the perks of it, but I was like, yo, what you do eat meat? He's like, no, I just talk about the benefits of eating vegan.
People do that.
People do that. Yeah.
What I'm
That's
saying
why I
is,
work
if
in
you
dispensaries,
respect
don't smoke.
me,
Get paid for that.
I will
shit.
respect you, Dion.
so why are we all giving Derek Jackson a problem then? You see how I set y'all up? You see how I set y'all up? He was giving men and women advice. In his own life, he was the opposite. I set y'all up right there. I set
So
y'all up.
what?
Dion.
I
Let
would
me
say
tell
it's
you
the moral
why.
aspect
This
of
is
it.
tea.
but-
Yeah, we talk about
Dion,
food.
This is
and
tea.
marriage, bruh. Like, there has to be a separation.
Those vows.
How? He got paid off of that. He got
Food
paid off of
and
that.
marriage.
That's your marriage, dog. Like,
There has to be a higher standard of certain shit, bro. Just,
thank you, Phil.
He got paid off of that, but his own life was different.
You don't put your wife on nowhere with a bonnet on looking crazy like that.
Bruh.
No.
Listen,
I don't
bruh,
care about Derek
I
Jackson.
think that was the issue right there.
yeah, that's fucked up.
That-
That was fucked up.
He needs to go on
think-
Dr. Phil.
I think the issue is when you act like that is your lifestyle. So you can preach that lifestyle and still claim that it's not your lifestyle. But when you are portraying that as your lifestyle at the same time, then that's the issue.
So if I was a YouTube star about the benefits of veganism, you never see me eat it on TV. Like I always talk about in cooking it, and then at home with my family, I am eating meat. And it smells like, yo, I was at Dion's house, he eats meat. And this is a hidden video. It's like, yo, he's a
But
fraud.
he never said that he had to be vegan all the time. Like you can specialize in that, like as a chef.
But that's
It's still be like,
how I
I'm
make
not-
money. And
I'm busting on this lamb chop right
I get what Dion's saying. He's making money off of something that you're not truly practicing. But I don't think that that's the argument that they're trying to make. They're like, you can do it all, bro. Eat your meat and talk about how veganism is right.
right.
Morally, how do you feel about it is one thing, but if you can do it, people do it every day. Is it authentic to me? I wouldn't do it. But if I'm gonna be vegan on telling people to eat vegan, I better be eating vegan. But I don't know, yeah.
It is.
Telling niggas not to cheat and telling women to find the niggas and doing the exact opposite is kind of contradict. You know what I'm saying? Like it has to, bruh.
Or
It
it
has
could
to
be just
make it
what's
make
important
sense.
to you. Because for the vegan people, like I'm sure the vegan community would actually be very upset when they found out. But
Absolutely.
I
Yeah, if somebody
care
steak,
because I'm not vegan.
steak
so-
every night.
Vegans would be pissed and they get
Yeah.
mad easily.
Like who's a real like famous vegan influencer? Like
Tabitha Brown.
so if
Yeah.
everybody found out Tabitha Brown was slamming steaks,
It'll be bad. It'll be bad. Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it?
there. Why?
yeah.
The vegans would be
Right.
pissed.
I don't know.
But hold on, I got another scenario for you. We got the vegans. If you found out now that Jay-Z had a writer, and we all called him the greatest of all times as far as rapping, would you be like, I don't respect him no more? Or would you be like, he did what he's supposed to do? Like he made us believe? Or would you be like,
That's like saying for on their aspect, what if you told the women like what if Beyonce never sang not one of her songs?
she was Milli Vanilli in it the whole time?
Oh.
Don't do that to my Beyonce. Don't do that to my Beyonce.
I know. I'm
No.
like, I honestly wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
If Beyonce was Milli Vanilli in it the whole
Would you
time?
lose respect for her though?
That's a great question.
Don't do that to my Beyonce.
If you found out today that Beyonce was Milli Vanilli for 20 years, would you?
I would be like, wow.
But does
I'll
that
be-
take away? But does that take away her work ethic?
I think it makes you bomb because you pulled it off for that long and nobody.
Yeah.
Jeez. What an
Yeah.
act. What an act.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Beyonce. What an act.
But see, people, see, here we go. I like Beyonce, don't get me wrong, but people love Beyonce.
Right.
And the people who love Beyonce don't really understand what I'm like. Like,
Right.
I know her. I know the songs, you know, I'm with it, but I'm just not in the hive like that. You know what I mean? Like,
Same.
You know what sucks is people cannot separate people's flaws. I'm trying to figure out they can't separate the art from the person. Like I don't know the truth that happened with Michael Jackson and those kids. I know they had a whole documentary of it, but people like, I refuse to believe this documentary versus the Bill Cosby thing. They was like, because he had proof, of course, because there was women involved. But even the kids from the Michael Jackson thing, they said, this happened to me. It was like, people was like, nah, not Michael Jackson. He's worldwide. Bill Cosby is local. It was like, I can't not like Michael Jackson. But the whole Bill Cosby, it was like, kill that nigga, kill him. Because Michael Jackson was technically white. So it's like, he's worldwide famous, and we were not believe these documentaries.
if you keep talking about Michael Jackson,
see,
look at this.
You say one more motherfucking thing about Michael Jackson, it's going to be a problem.
I didn't make the documentary.
Wow.
I didn't make the documentary. I'm just saying, like, so why the victim is being ignored? Two victims.
Who said I'm ignoring?
Because somebody's saying he raped me as a kid. Michael, we had two people that said he raped me as a kid, and people like, nah, that didn't happen. You just going out for money. But why should we not believe that and he still respected?
Who said we not believing that?
Because nobody really took that documentary seriously. Even though he's dead, no one really there was like, it's entertaining, but that didn't happen. Even though he had history. As Chris Rock said, another kid, Mike, another kid. That's like another dead white woman showing up at OJ's house.
Like, it becomes a conversation. Do you separate the person from their art?
Yeah. I'm fine that. I'm fine with that. I am for separating the person from the art because I am truly down low, pun intended, an R. Kelly fan.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoy it. But people were like, yo, you still listen to his music? I was like, dude, it is my childhood. Like, I did nothing but listen to R. Kelly. And they was like, you gotta remove that from your system. It's like,
that's the same thing with Michael Jackson.
That's what I'm saying. People are contradicting like how great people are as an artist versus what they've done in their personal life. Like, people still love Bill Cosby. They love the Cosby Show, but they like, should we still support him? They took him off the air, and it's like, I get why they did it, because as far as he's still getting paid for it, but they can't pull the art away from the person because they associate his greatness. Like, this whole time he was, poisoning women and drugging them, and whole time Michael Jackson.
Speaking of drugs, happy 420.
Right. Yeah. Let me go get my comb, bro.
I mean, come on.
Got too deep for y'all. Got too deep. Y'all start crying. Y'all start crying like
3 times.
Why are we talking about this?
So like, Jasmine.
Yes.
How is it being a woman in the cannabis industry? A woman.
I definitely say people don't find you as credible as guys out here for whatever reason. So I used to work at a dispensary in Vegas, like the top dispensary out there or whatever. And oftentimes I would have like customers come and talk to me, or like it'll be guys and they'll ask me what they should get. And I'm telling them blah, 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 but they got to turn and ask the guy beside me if what I'm saying is true. And like, they're always vouching for me because I know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Or but it's just like, did you not believe me? Like, why did you have to ask somebody else? And then, or if they go to somebody else and then they come back and it's like, oh, I should have listened to you. Did it? Like, yeah, you should have. So,
so it's
just
the
in that
credibility.
aspect, yeah.
Okay.
That's probably the most thing, but you know, women go through the same thing in every industry, just men dominating, white men dominating to be exact.
She said to be specific.
To be specific,
Right.
the white man.
Yeah.
They're always the problem. Absolutely. Okay, yeah. So what after you get so you said you graduate next month. So what's your plan after you get this master's? Is this the master's in what again?
Masters of Science in Medical Cannabis Science and Therapeutics.
Oh yeah. So what are your plans for using
it's a
that?
school of pharmacy. So for one, I'm trying to see like what exactly they're gonna let us do with this degree, especially being in Maryland now. I'm really interested in like the education aspect of the industry, so that's why I do like canna coaching. So I definitely want to fall along those lines as far as I've always wanted to kind of do like, you know how when you go in a liquor store sometimes and you might have people in there sampling, like the brand ambassadors or whatever that give you
A
samples.
sommelier.
Yeah.
How you say the word?
Yeah. Or just a brand ambassador, depending, you know.
Oh, brand. Okay.
Yeah, but I want to have something like that. So have people that go into dispensaries and just provide education, whether it's to customers or to the staff, because that's one thing in this industry too. Yes, or patient consultants, as you know, fancy places call it.
Yes,
that's the one thing I found in this industry is lacking, of course, is the education, everybody being on the same page. And of course, it's because it's so new, things are always changing. But that just really irritated me, especially working in a dispensary, like how everybody would have different kind of information.
Right. Okay. So you want to like provide information and like to whoever needs it. Some not just walking in and like people not all the people who work there are the same, have the same level of knowledge, you mean? Okay.
Right. Because there's often there's not like, I found most places don't really give you like an orientation or anything, or if they do, it's very basic. They kind of expect you to go out and get your own knowledge. And some of it is kind of, you have to play around with different products, obviously try different things, but there's also a science behind it that everybody should know, at least the basic,
at the bare minimum.
Right.
Absolutely.
So for example, like terpenes, if y'all know, like that's the bare minimum I feel like people should know about when they start working in a dispensary. But you have people who
I have questions about how people get hired at dispensaries. I really do. Is it just they hiring?
Yeah.
So a lot of places are really just looking for people with like sales backgrounds, because you're not going to find obviously too many people with a cannabis background. So if you have sales or just like retail or any type of,
I used to work at Foot Locker. Now I can go work at the dispensary.
No, for real. Like that's all it really is. Which is why people are so misinformed across everywhere.
Yeah.
Especially like in Cali. I feel bad for y'all sometimes because I'm like, ooh.
Yo, y'all, they be hiring. I swear they hire who looks cute.
No, that too.
I'm like, yo, young, but I don't even think you really know what I'm asking.
Especially Jungle Boys. Lord, yes.
Our question is, so how do you like, okay, so are you well versed in edibles like we were talking about earlier?
Yes, I love some edibles.
Okay. So Dion, I don't know if you were listening earlier, but Dion said he took an edible that was like 100 milligrams. So like, how strong do you think that is? Is that like too much, or is that like, what's your gauge on that?
So that's honestly going to be a lot for majority of the people. So the only person that is probably not too much for is somebody who can smoke all day, every day. But even still, edibles, even if you smoke all day, every day, some people still can't take like edibles like that. So you kind of have to build your tolerance up to edibles sometimes. But for comparison, a beginner's dose is 10 milligrams. If you don't smoke at all, it's like 5 milligrams. So yeah, so the 100 is a bit much.
No.
Like even in my highest of highest days, I didn't really take 100 milligrams. Maybe like 80, but even 100 is like okay.
So
Okay.
can I give you
But some people
real quick on why I made that face and kind of fell back and laughing? Ebony was laughing at me. I wasn't laughing at you. The reason she asked that question is because earlier we told a story about how my cousin asked me, and he's not on the screen right now, but he had done a shoot for a client. They were a cannabis client. They left them some cookies, some Rice Krispie treats, and horchata drink, all cannabis infused. And they were all 100 milligram increments. And he asked me, he said, yo, is this a lot? And I told him, I was like, nah, that's light. That's because I smoke though. So it was like, I usually don't feel the effect of 100 milligram cookie edible. I don't feel it at all. Usually because I'm either smoking before or after or in between. Right. It's like, it's all the same to me. So I mistaken, and when you said that 100 is a lot for somebody who does not smoke, it was like, I gave the wrong information.
Yeah, so I'm very passionate about that, like giving people the wrong dose, because I hate to see people like freaking out. I hate to see people just have a bad experience. So I'm like, no, please just start small and just build your way up, because I really hate when people don't enjoy their experience. So right. I'm like, oh no.
I'm kind of glad he's not on screen. Really bad experience on my bad.
Yeah.
And there he is.
I heard it. I was on the phone with my tax lady. I heard you guys saying.
All right, so
I got too much.
You know about the dosage and everything?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna let her go.
So they told me you took 100 milligram dosage of an edible, and he told you it was light work.
Yeah.
So I was saying that you don't smoke at all.
Well, eat it all.
Okay, so you should have started more like 10 milligrams. That's like a beginner's service. So like 5-10 milligrams is where we say start.
So pretty much I did 200.
You did about 10 times of. Oh, you did two different edibles.
So
yeah.
He ate one cookie. An hour and a half went by. He didn't. Calls me and says, "It was light work. It's cool. All right." We get off the phone. Takes another cookie after he gets off the phone with me. He didn't tell me that. When we get on the phone the second time, he said, "I took a second cookie." I said, "Why?" And it was a wrap from there.
That was it.
Really bad from there.
It also matters, like if you just ate, like if you take it before or after you ate, like if you're smoking, if you're drinking. So there's so many different factors. What kind of edible
you can be cross-faded and stuff.
Yeah. So there's just so many factors when it comes to doing edibles.
An hour and a half went by. So I'd like to take this time to formally apologize.
So what is that equal to as far as blunts?
It's hard to like compare it like that. So because it's digested differently. So when you're eating, it goes through what's called first pass metabolism. But that's it converts into a different type of THC when you eat it versus when you're smoking it. So you're smoking Delta 9 THC. When you eat it, it's hydroxy 11 THC. So it's hard to compare like that, is my point.
Apples to apples.
Yeah, so in milligrams, for example, a joint, say, and then it depends on how much THC is in the flower. So it's a lot of factors.
What type of flower?
Yeah,
I get that.
I can't even
They tried to kill me.
And then edibles obviously are gonna last longer than you smoking, so it's just a lot of
different.
on the other side of it, I ate everything and did not trip at all. Like,
so there's some people like that. Like my boyfriend can take, like he's gone up to like, I swear 700, 800 milligrams because he just does not feel edible. So some people just do not feel them at all. Yeah.
1,000 feel?
I've done 1,000 milligram brownies.
I'll be like, I'm a little sleepy. That's it. I'm like, wow, I would have been
at the hospital.
Right.
I've been freaking out, I'm sure.
Seriously.
Hey, yo, Ebony, real quick. Can you send me the link? My my homeboy who gave me who I smoked with for the first time wants to come on. He want to tell us side of the story.
You got the link, but I'll send it to you anyway.
I got the link.
It's the
to this.
link.
It was on Facebook. I thought it was on Facebook. But
he wants to get in the room though, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, he has to get on Zoom.
Yeah, he gotta get on Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Thank you though. I'm glad we're gonna get some people in the conversation. I guess you want me to send it to you?
Yeah, that'd be great. Because I'm high. That's my excuse. I have to.
Jasmine, don't listen to him. So real quick. So you said your boyfriend took like 800 milligrams of like something crazy, Jasmine. How? Because I know you said you're a coach and like, so how do you explain to me what coaching is? Like if I personally want to meet with you about I need some, like, Jasmine, I want to know what's the best for me. Like I be having, like, are you like that type of coach who can like not prescribe, but like suggest what would be best or like stuff like that? That type of coaching is like a personal coaching. Also is as well as the educational stuff for like the bud tenders.
Yeah, so what I would help all of that. So whether you use recreationally or medicinally, kind of if you just want to know what products is good for you. Well, let me say, I started this because I felt like I said, that when you go in a dispensary, you don't always get accurate information or you don't always get consistent information. So my goal is, if you don't feel like you're getting accurate or consistent information in the dispensary, or if you just don't feel comfortable asking people in the dispensary questions, or if you just don't even know like where to start, I want to be your go-to person. So like I said, whether you're using recreationally or medicinally, if you have questions like, oh, I just have anxiety, or I can't sleep, or I have no appetite, what should I use, all the way to I have a condition that I want to use cannabis for, I can help suggest products for that. Even if you want me to go to the, like locally, if you want me to go to the dispensary with you so that I can break down products for you and give you that set amount of time versus feeling rushed in a dispensary by them. Yeah. Or just not, feeling comfortable, then I can do that. So just a wide range, but I just want to be that person that can answer any questions, make you feel comfortable.
I love
some people just literally don't even know what they want to know about cannabis, but they want to know something. So it's just like, if you just want to know some stuff, like we can have a little education plan or whatever, we can break down.
Yeah, absolutely. Yo, Dion, sign up for her course, bro. You need to get some coach.
I'm staying far away from it. I don't know why. I don't know why people want to do this. So I don't think I've actually heard it, but what is the benefit of weed? I know it's a feeling.
So many.
I know it's a feeling.
So it's actually medicine. I have gotten to the point where I don't really use medicine for anything, or Western medicine like Tylenol or anything. I know, or I've come across people who have, I don't want to say cured cancer, but they've gotten significantly better, gotten rid of their like cancer by using cannabis products. Like literally almost on their deathbed, use products, and now they can walk around and like are doing fine on a day-to-day. So yes, there's the recreational side of it. Let's get high, let's have fun. It enhances whatever it is. It makes food amazing. It makes everything amazing. The saying everything's better when you're high is true. But it's also very medicinal. So it's just so many benefits.
I wish weed was more, pun intended, edible. I don't like the idea of having smoke in my lungs and clothes. I wish it was like a slice of cake and you know exactly how much you're getting.
So that's the thing. It can be. So with so many products out there right now, like you literally can know exactly what you're getting. But you have to get to that point. So you might not get that on that first try. So it is about experimenting, but that's just like any type of medicine, any type of anything.
Out here.
Well, you can't smell Tylenol on my clothes.
In LA, there's so many dispensaries and there's so many options. Like,
it's still into your body though.
Yeah.
But you don't have to smoke. You can vape, which doesn't smell. You can eat it. You can rub cannabis on. You can take it as an oil.
You can rub cannabis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's not gonna get you high. That's more beneficial. That's more medicinal. But you can rub it on. You can literally suppositories. You can take it that way.
Oh boy.
So
it's they make olive oil, butter, like you can cook with it.
Everything.
You can
coconut oil.
dab. So
Coconut
this is
oil,
one of my little favorite machines here. But dabbing, that doesn't really smell. It's a lot quicker than smoking.
Oh my God! If you take a dab, you're gonna be this is
my baby.
What is the champagne of weed of like the minimum, like what is the far from like let me ask you guys, all you guys, this. What is the baby marijuana, weed, cannabis, then you ain't playing weed, cannabis? What is that? What is like, okay, if you want to start off, definitely do this. But it's like, if you a weed head, y'all want to have some fun, try this. What is that? What is the two of those?
Are you asking like strains or like forms?
Well, as in like, because you gave me a bunch of options, as in like vaping, dabbing, joints, oils. Like, what is the minimum versus the, you want some moonshine, like
so
that?
your starter pack.
A starter pack.
Like some stress weed. That's how it already starts. Or like But
or vaping too, because that's real controlled. Couple hits, not really doing too much. Yeah.
So start off vaping. If my first time is drinking, I was like, you should definitely try out vaping. It's just kind of wet in the beak, just kind of see what happens. That's the start off.
Some real mid weed, take a hit or two. Yeah.
You want to recommend what they call it? What they call contact high?
No,
that'll still get you high. That'll still get you high.
There's no such thing as contact high.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, she's like, I don't believe in those. Sorry, Dion.
But if you trying to get faded, do a dab.
Yes.
Yeah, agreed.
And some high dose edibles.
Yeah,
as you've experienced.
Wow. Yeah. I never want to do that again, man. Ever. Like I wish.
Never say never.
I think he's done.
I think he's
yeah. I was scared. I was sweating. I was every option of liquids that came out of my body came out. I was sweating. I was snotting. I was crying. I was peeing. And
see, that's what I want to avoid for people. Like, it makes my heart hurt because I want
to coach.
And I was by myself. So it wasn't like I was like, we having fun. We all can tell this story. I was around like, I'm calling people like, make this funny, man. We gotta talk about this later on in the future. We got to like, yo, you crazy, man. Bye. I'm like, oh God, I'm still by myself.
Fun fact. if that ever happens again to anybody, CBD, take CBD if you can find
bring you
some.
down.
It counteracts,
Yeah.
I should have took a cold
So even like me to this day, like I'll still have episodes where I'm like freaking out from edibles. So it's not even like it's always going to be perfect. Like you can smoke all day every day and still have episodes with edibles. So I keep CBD on me now because I just don't like that feeling either.
So all y'all right now, if y'all keep smoking until 5 p.m., what is the worst that can happen?
Go to
sleep.
Blunt after blunt, like what is like oh, like are you vomiting? Or you headache? Or you what's the worst? Can you get too high? Like what is overeating for y'all when it comes to weed?
Bro, you're just gonna go to sleep.
Yeah.
I haven't reached the limit.
There's no such thing as getting too high.
I haven't reached the limit.
I mean, you just gotta take a little break and then you just can go back again.
Take a little break.
If I do, I'm usually.
Do you think, Dion, I have a question for you. Do you think that weed is drugs?
I don't understand the meaning of drugs. I mean, I know what drugs is, but I know it's medicinal now. That's the only drug that's considered medicinal. But everything is okay. So no. Let me say this. Yes, it's a drug because it's a counteractive to your body. It's something you take that will affect your body. So it's a drug.
Okay. But do you think that it is like when you think of like crack? You know what I mean? When you think of crack,
no.
Do you think that's drugs? Do you think weed is like it's drugs? Like
he basically asked you, do we look like crackheads to you, right?
Yeah, that's how he's treating.
No. I see that you got offended because I'm trying to make him 420 questions.
I'm figure out like your question.
I'm trying to find comedy in this right here, and she said, "You think we are crackheads?" I'm trying to find like, yeah, you know, the worst thing that can happen. I sold my car. I got too high, and I'm trying to find comedy here. She's looking at it like,
but nobody high on
heroin
weed
addicts.
That shit.
I got too high and sold my car.
Who nobody. You gotta find people that do crack.
Oh, wow.
Lonnie, dude. Wow. If Kaylani is smoking, I am out of this podcast. And she got weed drink. What is that? What is that? That has to be weed in there. That has to be weed.
That can't just be a green smoothie.
No, she's trying to offset it.
That's funny.
I'm trying to be. I'm healthy. No.
Y'all don't dab at all? Nobody dabs?
I have.
No.
Let me ask you guys this.
Show Dion what it do, Jasmine. Show Dion what it do.
Yeah, tell me what a dab is.
Real crackhead.
Tell us what a dab. Tell us what dab is first. What is a dab?
So it's just a super concentrated form of cannabis. It can come in like, so if you ever heard somebody say like wax,
yeah.
So it comes in like shatters, or it can be like a batter, it can be a butter, all different forms, but essentially it's the same thing. It's just super, super concentrated cannabis. This little device here is my honey badger.
Hey.
So usually you would use a rig to take them, but
how do you do it?
Okay, I'll show you. It really looks like a crackhead, but sorry. So push this 5 times. This is my shatter I got here.
Yeah.
Oh, your
THC, right?
And then you just inhale, and I'm gonna cough, so excuse me now.
Yep.
This is some real 420 content. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
That's dope.
Oh, Sarah, you want one?
You can just go straight off the thing. You don't have to use a rig.
Right.
That's the reason I don't dab is because you need a big ass rig sometimes, and it take a lot to light it and shit.
Yeah, no, ain't nobody got time for that.
Right.
All you gotta do.
Yo, Jasmine gonna have to share the info with the people that want this.
What if I had one like, and this right here, guys? It is a syringe. It has seed. You like what? It's like, yeah, trust me, this is how you really get high. So what you want to do is put a belt and go right through your bloodstream. I'm telling you.
The crazy thing is they actually do make syringes with cannabis oil in it, but it doesn't go that way. It's not for that. It's for something like this.
Okay.
Or you can just like eat the wax or eat the oil. Like RSO, yeah. But that is an option. People are like, what do you use that for?
Yeah,
would y'all judge somebody if they had like in your face, like y'all all smoking? It's like, yo, and y'all all talking. You got a blunt, he got a joint. He come out like no, it ain't heroin. It's cannabis, guys. Kind of like, calm down. He's like, yo,
I think that's the limit right there.
I'm gonna go outside while you do that, bruh. I'm gonna go.
That's the line right there.
I'm gonna head out.
Y'all want to get high, right?
I can't be sure. I can't enjoy that ride with you, so I'm gonna step outside.
Funny.
If you see him like this, he be like,
oh. Pull out that thick rubber cord.
Yo, thank you, Jasmine, for showing us that. For real.
Yes. So it's called a honey badger. Like I said, I might as well be an ambassador for them because I love them so much. But you can order it online. They're based out of Vegas. But it's just a portable vaporizer, e-rig, whatever you want to call it. I love it because I'm a mom. So when I need my moment, I just gotta run in the room right quick. It's 2 minutes.
Yeah.
All I need, and then I can go back to the kid, and I'll be good.
Right. Because is that to help with Dion's question about smell and all that stuff? Is it none of that?
Well, very little.
Light?
It's very light, yeah.
Let me ask you this, Jasmine. The old 80s commercial. If you caught your kids doing that, you'd be like, what are you doing? I learned from watching you. Would you feel upset? Would you be like, I get it?
I get it.
You be like, I get it? Or would you be like, no, you're too young for this?
I mean, I want them to be a certain age,
ideally,
but it's a plan.
Because I was gonna say that's the question. She's a coach, but in her real life, she's not doing it.
Right? No,
I'm saying like that's what I'm saying. What if you weren't actually practicing, but you coaching people? You know what I'm saying? Like you
choose to even feel right to me.
Exactly. Derek Jackson.
But some people can fake it.
That would be funny if she was a weed coach. She's like, I don't smoke at all.
Right.
I just tell people how to smoke.
There's people
I know all
who
about
dispensaries who don't smoke. So I mean,
you said there's dispensaries that don't smoke?
There's people who work in dispensaries that don't smoke.
I mean, that's where the money's at.
Yeah.
You know?
Most of the people that own the dispensaries don't even smoke, to be honest with you.
I get that. Yo, go ahead, Dion. Go ahead.
Would you feel like that's a hypocrite if you come in like, what you got? Like, what you recommend? Like, I don't smoke, but I highly recommend this. This like this. They'd be like, yo, what you mean you don't smoke? I don't smoke. I just sell it.
Yeah, no, it's weird.
Would you be like, nah, I don't trust this guy?
That's what people have told us.
You want to trust him, Phil?
Hell no. You don't know what you're talking about.
It goes back to my original question. Would you trust somebody who don't practice their own thing?
I said no.
Certain limits to it.
He said.
I said no. Stick it to my guns.
That's not just a black and white answer. Because like I said, he was married to that woman, Dion. So
that's his vibe. Come on.
He took a vow in front of God saying like, hey, I'm not going to cheat on her and I'm not going to do these things. And they had the audacity to go on social media and act like a relationship coach, but behind closed doors, you know what I mean? Like not perpetuating or not living the image that you're perpetuating. You know what I mean? So that's different. That's like people can be specialists in things, and he could be a single specialist, but he can't be a cheating specialist.
That's a word.
Yeah, no.
There it is.
I like that.
My Ebony, I don't know if you guys.
I'm about to bring Brad in. I want to wait for the for the spot.
Hey, Lottie, they hit us with the segue.
Hit us with the segue. What's up, Brad? Brag.
Yo, so before we exit, this is my man Bragg right here. He was the person who got me high for the first time, and and I can't. Oh, we can't hear you. He got me high for the first time in my senior year, the grad night.
So he got some stories.
Yeah, can't hear you. Can't hear you, Bragg. Yeah. But yeah,
he about to come talk about that grad night.
Yeah.
420 stories. We've been getting a lot of them. I've been loving them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I only got 2.
I had to apologize, man. I'm sorry, man.
And
cookie, man.
And to have,
I didn't tell you to eat that second cookie though. I didn't tell you.
If somebody tell you like, yo, this cupcake is super sweet, you be like, sweet? Like, your tolerance is trash. So it was more so like, it ain't sweet at all. And then I like, let me get another one because I have a sweet tooth. And it's like, oh, there's a sugar rush. That's what it felt like.
Yeah, nah, no bueno. Hey, yo, Brad, you might want to leave and come back.
Change this audio.
Yeah. Your audio is trash.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. And does it connect with audio?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear us?
I don't think so.
I'm about to say he's gonna have to log out and come back and not turn his camera off.
Yeah.
Yeah, try to tell him that. But yeah, Jasmine, how can we follow you and get our coaching? Because I'm about to get me a whole appointment because what I realized is that I learned from whatever my people around me, like so I've been just kind of, not my own lane. I've been kind of just adopting practices, trains and things.
Okay.
So how do I get in touch with you to get an appointment?
So you can go to my website, camcannacoach.com, Canna, CANNA, coach.com. Or follow me on Instagram or IG, Cam_Canna Coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Email cam@cancannacoach.com. All of the above.
Got you. Yeah, you can. I mean, I just want to thank you for coming on. You can stay and hear this story about Dion or whatever, but we just wanted to have you on the 420 episode, have a specialist, have a person with a master's in it. And you gave us some information. And you even got Phil to apologize. Phil, I don't think Phil ever apologized.
It's your fault. You can't blame it. It's your fault, Dion.
I hope you try again one day. One day when the PTSD
when I turn 40.
When you turn 40?
Yeah.
When you turn 40?
Next year.
Your birthday coming up? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good job. Bragg.
Hey, Bragg.
Bragg, you on? Why you have a mask on by yourself? Are you that high? You in the car by yourself, man?
Yeah, I've been running in and out. I've been hopping in and out the car, nigga.
What's your shirt say? Dare to keep it.
Dare. That's the shirt today.
That's the shirt of the day right there.
Right, it's so inappropriate for the day.
So let's get a rundown, bro. What happened for my first weed experience?
This was the most. You know how like at the time passed, it's one of the funniest stories ever now that time passed, but as that shit was happening, man, this was the worst thing. Hey, man, we was on the way to
Kings Island
for grad night. Now, man, I ain't been to Kings Island since I was like 6, so I was excited on the inside. And like he wasn't even supposed to ride. He wasn't the original passenger.
It was 4 of us in the car.
Right, it was 4 of us in the car, and my homie, like we been smoking weed since high school. They weren't smoking weed then, and my homie, he bit the bullet. My white homie Pat. He like, all right, man, I know it ain't enough room. I can't go, so Lack can go. So Lack, he wanted to be down with us and try to smoke weed for the first time. And when I tell you, he was hitting the blunt so hard, like he wasn't doing it right. Like when you smoke and you inhale the tip of the blunt or the cigarette, that's called the cherry, it light up. It was lighting up so hard when Lack was doing it.
Vacuum.
I'm sitting in the back seat, like I'm looking at him through the rear view, like, damn, he hitting that blunt too hard. I don't think he know what he's doing. So we don't smoke about 2 or 3 of them, and he keep trying to hit them.
We didn't share it. Mind you, we weren't sharing it. We all had a blunt. We all, so it wasn't like we was passing it. So I didn't have time to.
We was prepared. We had about like 15 blunts rolled. We was prepared, man. We was about to go have a ball. So he in the mix. He interacting, he talking, he being funny. Then out of nowhere, he just like his whole mood just changed. It's like he was dying.
Oh, and my window didn't roll down. I was in the front seat.
Window didn't fucking roll down. So we ran. It get quiet. And I remember telling my nigga TP in the back seat, like, man, I don't think Lack cool. I think something wrong with him. Cause like my dude had a sunroof, so Lack was laying down quiet. Then out of nowhere, he just jumped up out the sunroof, like, whoa! And then laid back down. Like, we like, what the fuck? Hey man, Lack too high. So it quiet down for another 15 minutes. Man, out of nowhere, man, this nigga leans up and leans to the left and throw up on the driver. And the driver almost wrecked.
We doing like 70.
Dion, no more for you, bro. These stories.
What? We almost died. He threw up in my man's lap like this.
Right. Yo.
And mind you, we are 4 of the elite party stoppers of the school. We had to be at this grad night.
Your party has stopped.
And I felt so bad because everybody was waiting on us to come. And
literally waiting.
You called Earl.
And when I threw up on him, I was like, we can still go. He said, the driver's like, no, the hell we can't. I am not going like this. He said, we are all going back home. He said, can you at least drop us off, man? He's like, it's like 2 more exits. Can y'all drop me off? He's like, no, if I ain't going, nobody going.
Hey, he didn't want to say nobody. You remember we saw the slides from the park? We got hyped like, oh shit, we almost there. Right before he threw up on him.
Turn around.
We were an exit away. We were an exit away.
Oh, bro.
And I ruined it for everybody. Like we are
so
not.
So we in the car sad as hell, quiet, right? And we weren't thinking to get Lack out the front seat. So we like 30 minutes away now, quiet as hell. He do it again. He throw up again. So we had to pull off. We had to pull over on the highway and get him in the back seat. Everybody want to fight him. He in the back seat apologizing like, man, I love y'all, man. Because I know y'all would have beat me up.
Oh, man.
And they are pushing me. I'm like, hey, y'all, can y'all turn the music down? The bass is messing up my back.
I'm so sorry.
I remember he leaned over on TP. He leaned over on my nigga TP in the back seat. TP almost hit him with his 2-piece. He was stouty.
Oh my God. I said, turn the music down. The bass from the music is jacking up. Like, man, shut up, man. We're going home because of you. Oh my God.
Yo, bro.
He was sad as hell,
Because I felt so bad because everybody's like, yo, when they coming, man? The party gonna stop when they get there. Because we was like the elite
since while you felt like you were gonna be in a pigeon coop. Now it's all coming.
All my weed experiences have been
You've been
bad.
traumatized
All
every
my weed
time.
experiences.
It's all coming full circle. I was like, what kind of crackheads do you think we are now?
Oh my God, worst shit ever, man.
Dang, Dion,
That shit
I'm
still
sorry,
hurt.
bro.
And
I'm sorry,
cause
Dion.
That shit still hurt.
Hey,
it's nothing like when you 100% in the wrong. Everybody look at you like this, like, and I was like, I'm sorry, y'all. I know y'all want to beat me up, man. Let me shut up, man. I'm like,
Nobody care about your apologies, nigga.
they all had to go back. Imagine going to San Diego, which is like an hour and a half away, and you are exit away. And the driver's like, no one is going. We are going back home because I am filthy.
And he had on a white t-shirt too.
Yeah.
no backup shirt, nothing. Oh yeah.
Dang.
Oh.
Yeah, we going back.
Well,
I would took it right back.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be the only in here nigga with upchuck on me. Nah.
Yeah.
We know.
I don't know about throwing up on me, bro. Only babies can throw up on me.
I don't think I would have
Then
taken
we
home.
get home and the nigga he didn't want to help clean the car out. He thought he was gonna do it the next day. Like, yeah, just come get me tomorrow. I'll help you clean the car out. Block like, no, we doing this tonight.
The next day, Dion.
I was too high, man. I was like, hey man, tomorrow I'll pay for whatever it is, man. Just let me get a time to sleep. He was like, no, we are doing this now. You will clean out my car. And you ever see somebody high trying to work? I was like,
You have PTSD. That's what it is.
Real PTSD. Real.
Oh man. Yeah, you
Exactly.
just brought up a painful memory, boy.
Yeah.
That shit was painful.
And it's nothing. Just imagine being me. I know I ruined it, and I'm sitting there looking at everybody trying to like make like light of it. Like,
But Dion, you can't ruin the holiday for everybody else. You like the Grinch that stole 420.
Bruh.
Yes.
What's the green on right now?
Like 3 times.
That stole 420.
Dion is the
That's
Grinch
funny.
that stole 420. Absolutely.
100%. And the thing is, I tried to smoke several times, and I keep having bad experiences. So
I know.
Hitting that blunt too hard, man.
All right, we gonna get you some coaching. We gonna get you some coaching.
I was about to say we need.
I was about to say on that note.
She's like, say less. There's a reason why I'm Jasmine. Jasmine's like, there's a reason why I'm here. Say less. I can coach you through it for an easy payment of $4.99. I'm gonna start you out with dabbing.
The dab.
Go hard.
You gonna end up like me, passed out in the bathroom, and everybody gonna know where you at.
Hey, Bragg, you
That was
dab?
sad too. That was sad too, bro.
Yeah, I dabbed before.
On the toilet, on the stand.
Yeah.
Whew.
I dabbed before. I'm a dabber.
I just found out what dabbing is. That's incredible.
Yeah, I just sprinkled some in a fat ass blunt I rolled last night.
Hey.
Literally. I'm a dabber.
Is there a such thing as mixing?
You have to show him. Jasmine, you have to show him your little.
Oh, it's about time, yes, for a dab. Boom.
So look at it, right?
Oh. Yeah, you lit.
Here we go. It's my
Happy
wax.
funny.
That look like a
Yeah,
tattoo
you
gun.
got that real wax too.
That like a tattoo gun right there.
Don't it?
Yeah, that shit looked clean. Damn.
That motherfucker dope.
Y'all looking at it like this, like it's porn. Like, oh, okay. Look at that. Yeah. Yo, watch it.
Looking at that shit like it's some good food.
That's that new tech, huh? That's that new tech? That new shit?
That's that new tech.
Like we looking at the iPhone for the first time, like, damn.
Okay. They ain't got no earports to it. Okay, all right.
You gotta be thinking about that night, man. God damn, bro. You
I
almost
jacked the
killed
day
this
up.
fight.
Bro, blew it. Literally.
So Brad, so hold on. So how many years ago was that?
99, right? 2000, no, 2000.
Been
Was
20
it
years
2000?
now.
In the real 2000.
Yep, 2000.
Yep, I forgot we was the two. What was that shit called? 2K? Y2K, baby?
Y2K, yep.
Dang, that's 20 years
Yeah.
ago. That's that story from 20
Yeah,
years
for the
ago.
9 and so back that ass
Wow.
up, just came out, cuz.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, but I had a couple little situations out there. They had hotel rooms, bottles. I couldn't wait to get out there.
Dion, you ruined that?
Yeah,
what
he destroyed
Hold on. Nigga, hold on. No, Joe, you are not gonna do. You went back. You went back later that day. Stop it. Y'all
Nah,
dropped.
man, we didn't make it. See, hindsight, a motherfucker. You know, hindsight is a superpower. Me and TP thought like, man, we could have just had Block drop us off. We'd have got back home, but we so mad, bro. I was just frightened, period, because we almost got into that wreck. So I was ready to get the hell out the car, period.
Niggas almost crashed.
Yes,
Threw up on it.
because
Somebody
I
throw up on
threw
you,
up on him while he was driving. So he was like this. Like, what happened? And
Yeah.
he snatched the wheel.
Wow.
We was on 2 wheels.
Damn.
Yeah.
But you gotta like picture the second time. Like, okay, the first time it happened, we figure out we ain't going. We all said we had to get off the ramp, go to a gas station and clean up niggas and shit. So we on our way back and we quiet, smoking, just pissed. Nobody saying a word. And then he do it again. Like he leans over in my man's lap and puke all over him again. Oh my God.
In my
Why
life,
did you go out the window?
the wheel didn't
For
roll down.
yourself.
Why do you go out to the side where the seatbelt look
Hello,
thing?
you want to hear my
On yourself.
mindset? You want to hear my mindset? I had just bought these shoes today.
Don't
You are
no.
a terrible person, Dion. You're a terrible
I was
person.
like, you gonna mess up my shoes?
Fuck
Yo.
I ain't open your shoes.
You won't hide that to remember
20
that.
years later, now we know. Now
Oh,
we know.
my
Selfish
Yeah,
motherfucker.
I would have been ready to beat your ass too, bruh. Oh yeah, bruh.
And mind you, let me tell you something. I was the funny guy in the crew. I see these two niggas they were bullies of the school. So in my head, I was like, there's a chance I might die tonight. So I'm gonna try to like plead to them, like, I'm sorry, guys. Please don't kick them. Please, no. Please.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, I'm
No,
sorry.
bruh.
I'm
Meanwhile,
still
your
funny.
shoes is fine.
I'm still funny, guys. Please don't put me in the trunk.
Whew,
Bro,
Dion.
You're not funny after that. You're not funny anymore. This is not funny.
Nah,
Listen.
so-
That's fucked up.
Bro,
No.
you remember, Lack tall as hell. We was in a 2-door Thunderbird. So, he tall as shit.
The
While he in the
fuck?
back seat, this nigga put his whole big ass foot in between.
What?
He put his foot like, just let me stretch out, please. Just let me stretch out like he was a
It
mess.
keeps getting
You
worse.
too big to be acting like that, bro.
I forgot about that, yo. I forgot. I was like, it's too hot back here. They put my legs in the front. They was like, man, get your feet out of here, man.
Yeah, you're the worst. You're the worst.
I was like, can y'all turn the music off? The bass is jacking up my back.
Mm-mm.
Like, you want to
TP was
drive
back
home
there
in silence?
Bruh.
Nigga turned into a whole medical patient in the back seat.
My friends would have let you out and called you an Uber.
For sure.
In
And-
2000?
In 99 and 2000,
Not 20 years ago.
Oh.
there was no Uber. We are turning
Taxi.
the fuck
Taxi.
around.
Excuse me, taxi. He gotta go.
Oh my
Oh,
god, dude.
clean. Oh my God.
And they
bro.
know this is
And I
my
ain't
first
get
time
the things out of
smoking,
the
man. Come on, man. Yeah, you gotta let me live, Kehlani. You gotta let me live.
Nah,
my
we
first
let
time
you
smoking.
live.
No, I'm
Right.
saying
We
she
let
would
you
put me
live.
out. She would
Literally.
put me out.
Driver.
You gotta let me live.
As the driver, I commend that man.
Yeah.
I would have jabbed him. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
I
Go up on me twice to save your shoes. I'm jabbing.
I mean,
Twice. To save his shoes.
I'm
To
jabbing.
save his shoe.
this is my
What kind
confession.
of
This is my
shoes
first
was
time telling him this. This is the reason why I threw up on him. Because I knew my shoes was fresh.
But what kind was it?
Some white Air Force Ones, all white.
Of course.
I knew it.
Air Force.
I knew it.
I knew it.
I knew
Probably
it.
stepped out at the
Oh,
gas
listen,
station,
Air
looked at the
Force One.
motherfuckers like, I ain't got nothing on these
Dion.
motherfuckers. They cool.
You're just
Not a
not a good
crease
person.
in sight.
You're not a good person.
What's
Can't be
Not
trusted.
a
crazy
crease
is the
in
nigga-
sight, right, Jasmine?
Oh, let's get
the
Dion
nigga he
to the
threw up
way
on had on white forces too. The nigga he threw up on had on white forces, so he said, "Fuck his shoes."
They had no creases in them either.
All bad.
I knew it.
Wow.
Yeah,
You the worst, bro. God damn, that was a fucked up night, man.
yeah, yeah. Remember, I was like, "Yo, slow down the car, man. Slow down. The trees are going too fast, man. Slow it down." He's like, "Stop looking so close, man. Look far away." I was like, "Hey, man, how you turn this high off, man? How you turn this off? Like, you can't, man. Just relax.
Yeah,
Just
ain't no
relax."
Jasmine just told you how.
Well,
Damn,
now
that was-
That wasn't out then.
I
What is
know.
this, CBC?
Right.
But see, but that's good to know
CBD.
moving forward, though.
CBD?
Yeah.
Yeah, you CBD.
You could have
I
had
got
that
some
with your
CBD
edibles
for
for
you for these.
sure.
I got CBD if I need some CBD.
I guarantee y'all don't even know what the acronym CBC means. CBD.
Well, that's the
what
wrong
is-
letters. So
Cannabidiol.
You said cannibal diol?
Cannabidiol.
That sounds terrible.
What is that?
Diol?
CBD?
You said diol? You want anything that has diol in
It's
it?
DIOL.
Oh, I thought you said diol.
It's one word.
Cannabidiol.
Cannabidiol.
What is wrong? See, you need to smoke some weed.
Man.
Yeah. Right, I need to get him high.
I don't know.
Like,
Maybe he
smoke
might
him.
not.
Hey,
He
But
might not.
you got to start off with like
just don't let him ride in the front
dirt
seat.
pack. We got to start.
we gotta get him the starter
Dirty
pack. We get him the
pack,
starter
No.
pack.
12%.
Starter
Get you
pack.
some,
Yeah, we got to get him some base weed. Nothing with no name. This some street shit.
What is the great value for weed? What is the
Right.
Kirkland Kroger brand?
There's
Absolutely.
so many.
What is that? You said so many of them?
Yeah.
There are.
It's called Jack. It's called
Yeah.
Fred.
Literally, Jack Harris.
Jack-
No, don't do my man Jack like
Not Jack
that.
Harlow.
Jack ain't no
Jack
base
Harlow
weed.
good.
Jack ain't no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, that nigga
Well, we
needs
gon- we
some
gon' get him a
regular
starter
ass
kit.
Reggie.
Yeah, some
Get him a starter kit.
Bush.
Get him some
Reggie,
Sprite.
that's his name.
Lord.
All right, y'all. I'm
Greg.
heading out.
Yeah, I'm about to say,
All right,
Brad,
it was
thank
great
you for the
having you.
stories. Jasmine, thank you for the
Thank you,
information.
guys.
And y'all could bounce out, feel free to bounce out.
Yeah, let everybody know where to follow you one more time.
Yeah.
Cam_Canna Coach, CAM_Canna 2 N's Coach. IG, Twitter, camcannacoach.com.
This one on
camcannacoach.com.
Gotcha. We're gonna
All
post
of
it
that.
to share it too, so everybody can get in touch with you.
Yes. Thanks,
Thank
y'all.
you.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays, y'all. Thanks for inviting me to the car.
Yeah, Brad.
Don't let that nigga sit in the front seat,
Good
man.
story, Brad.
Let me sit in the front seat.
All right.
All right.
All right.
No front seat for that nigga if y'all party.
Got you. Noted.
Absolutely.
I moved on to something stronger. I'm on the heroin now. So y'all go ahead and keep saying with that little weak weed. I'm into the heroin, yo.
The niggas pull out that rubber tube. Niggas getting out the room.
Talking about the crazy thing about it, a lot of people don't realize that the show Good Girls is a fantastic show. And you gotta understand,
Hey, no.
people like,
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Dion, we're gonna get you some coaching and a starter kit, bro. It's gonna
All
be great. It's gonna be
all
great.
right.
But it's 40th birthday you got coming up next year.
Yeah,
For
absolutely.
sure.
Do some research. Find something small. We're gonna find like a 5 milligram.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to the coach. We're gonna hook you up for your birthday. We
Yeah,
got you.
yeah. And I want Phil to be there so I can blame Phil on everything.
Or some oil.
Absolutely.
Oh,
I feel like, you got me high again. This is for you. And I'm like, and when I vomit, I'm gonna throw up on you, Phil. This is your fault. 3 times the charm.
3 times to Sean. For sure. For sure.
All right, y'all.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Happy 420. Happy 420 out there.
We've been on for 4 hours and 20 minutes. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Wouldn't that be dope? All right, y'all.